Welcome, nerds. We are taking a look at some of the role-playing games and comics I was looking at in junior high. And next up in the series is Car Wars, one of my favorite role-playing games as I remember. So as you can see in that little graphic, that's what it was all about, basically the Road Warrior. So you would up armor vehicles with munitions and armor and smoke screens and oil slicks, and I guess it was a little bit like James Bond mixed with Road Warrior. And you would create vehicles. You'd run around in scenarios. So unlike uh, up armoring your gnome or your druid with, leather clothing and a battle mace, you would up armor your vehicle. And instead of running your druids around through a dungeon looking for hobgoblins, you would drive your vehicle through a town and perhaps evade things like up armored motorcycles with laser cannons and oil slicks, or semis with ball turrets, machine guns sticking out the side. So it was a pretty fun game, and you really didn't need much, if I remember, than the game, the rule book. You would kind of cut tokens out of paper like this, or use a matchbox car or something as a game piece, and then a table, or the ground or something to play on, and then I think it only needed like two six-sided dice, if I remember right. It wasn't a real fancy game, and because everything would kind of fit in your pocket, it lent itself to being played whenever you had time, really. So when we were kids and in scouts, and we had times when we could play games like this, and they were handy and they were super fun because it's all in your mind, and it's sort of like a set of instructions that allow you to come up collaboratively with a story. Kind of you're making a movie based on a structure and a little bit of chance. So these were fun role-playing games, and I like this one, like I say, a little bit more Road Warrior mixed with James Bond than your Dungeons and Dragons type stuff. So in the future videos, we'll take a look at some of the other cool role-playing games from, I guess, either like the 90s, 80s, and 90s. Does it have a date on here? Yeah, it says 1983. So it's probably the mid-80s when I got this. So that's Car Wars, the role-playing game. Let us know what you think in the description. Have you played Car Wars, or would you? And stay tuned for more in the series on role-playing games and comics.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.